Hello everyone, it's Doll here, and today I have a hopefully fun little tag for you. Now, this tag is one I'm creating and it's called a childhood dolls and toys tag. Now, the questions are mainly towards childhood dolls, but you could also talk about childhood toys. So basically you just replace the word dolls with toys and it would be the same kind of question really. So I have 7 questions here. I will have them in the description as well as on the screen, and I'm going to go through them and then go through them one by one, and I'll show you some of these lovely dolls here afterwards. So there are 7 questions. Number 1 is, what is your favorite childhood doll? Number 2 is, share a memory about one of your childhood dolls. Number 3 is, what type of dolls were you drawn to as a child? Now this kind of means like, you know, characters off of shows, dolls with gimmicks. Did you like playset oriented dolls? Did you like colorful schemed when they featured pets? That's what I mean by type of dolls or type of toys. Number 4 is, what is a memorable childhood doll you've received as a gift? So this would be like from a family or a friend for Christmas or like your birthday. Something fun like that. 5. Do you still have any of your childhood dolls? 6. If money and availability wasn't a concern, which of your childhood dolls would you buy again and why? Number 7, which is the final question, what is a doll that you really wanted as a kid but never did end up owning? Okay, so number 1, what is your favorite childhood doll? So my favorite childhood doll, and while I do not own her currently, it's from the same line. So my favorite childhood doll would be the Mermaid Fantasy, the release from 2022, and the Christie version. So she was a mermaid like this, however she was purple. And she was so beautiful. Let me bring her closer up. Now this isn't, oh my goodness. We've had a casualty. Now, like I said, this isn't the doll, like this is Barbie out of the line. There was, oh, I don't remember the redhead's name. It'll come to me. Anyways, there was a redhead, a pink-haired girl, which is Barbie, and then a purple-haired girl, which is Christie, and I really loved her as well. And the cool thing about these dolls is they were like a water gimmick. Now, thinking of it now, they shouldn't have been, because their tail is rubbery, and that's so sensitive to water, really. Like, it's going to wear it with time, and it's not really good for play because they can tear easily, but it was such a fun toy. And I know mine had a little bit of tears here. It's very common if you see them in a thrift store to have like tears here, over here, over here. They do have a gimmick where you squeeze their hips and they do a little swim notion. This rubber band is really wearing, as you can see here. Now, she was an in-box doll that I took out of box, so she was never played with. That's why she's in such great condition. But I had the purple one. I had Christie, and she was my favorite childhood doll. I would play with her in the bath all the time. I can't remember how old I was, but I believe I was in grade 2 when I got her, I want to say. Possibly grade 1, so that was quite a while ago. So number 2, share a memory about one of your childhood dolls. I have a few memories. So I have a few memories with my dolls, but there's one in particular that I will share because I find it kind of funny. So my mom took my friend and I to Zellers one day. Now Zellers, I don't know if that was a thing ever in the United States, but I believe it was a Canadian store. I used to love going to Zellers for toys. I guess you could compare it to the United States' Target. Went to Zellers. My mom told us to pick out a pool toy because we had a brand new pool that summer, like an inflatable pool. It wasn't a big one, but yeah, we had a brand new pool and we were really excited, and she said, pick out a pool toy. And this was for my friend and I. My mom was so kind to get one for my friend as well. Like, she would keep that pool toy. So what we picked out, now it wasn't this doll obviously, but I'm using her as an example because it was a Bratz baby. It was the mermaid line. I believe the first one, because there's 2 different mermaid releases. So I picked out the Chloe one with the octopus. where she has like I believe it was like a green or a blue tail. And then my friend picked out Yasmin, which is this character here. So one of the gimmicks with the Bratz Babyz mermaids is that you could squeeze the head and like shoot water out. So we were playing in the pool and we were doing that. We were like shooting water out, you know, having fun in the pool, shooting water at each other like they were water guns. And then my friend, we'll call her Bella. That's not her name, but so Bella, like, you know, squeezed really hard on that toy. Or I believe it was their bellies, not their head, that you would squeeze. I don't remember exactly. I believe it was their bellies that you would squeeze and then the water would come out. Something like that. Anyways, she squeezed and the head popped right off of her brand new doll. Now, as collectors, we know now that like you could just pop the head back on, but it really, really freaked her out. She screamed. And I could not stop laughing. It was so funny. And just the way she screamed, it wasn't like an upset scream. It was just like a terrified scream, like ah. I don't want to do it now because it's in the middle of the night. But oh, it was so funny. I don't know why, but I vividly remember that. Like so vividly. It's so funny. Anyways, spent too long on that question. Okay, number 3, what type of dolls were you drawn to as a child? So the type of dolls that I were drawn to was really the gimmicks, which is hilarious because now as a collector, I hate gimmicks, but as a kid, I loved them. And honestly, I think a lot of kids did too. That's probably why toy companies do that. But for example, like the Bratz Babyz, you could squeeze their bellies or their heads or whatever and then shoot out water with the mermaids. We thought that gimmick was cool. They also had color change abilities. A lot of my dolls had like gimmicks. I've had Bratz Babyz before where the pets like pee in this little litter box. I had a lot of dolls with gimmicks, or like where the wings flutter like this. I liked stuff like that. I liked having the ability to do something or play more with the dolls. Like, of course, I did all kinds of storylines and stuff like that. It was never a dull moment in my dollhouse, but yeah, I did love gimmicks. Okay, so number 4, what is a memorable childhood doll you've received as a gift? Now, there's a few, of course, but I would have to say actually the doll that was my favorite as a childhood was actually a gift to me from a friend. And honestly, they weren't even a friend that I was particularly like close to. Like they weren't my best friend. They were just my classmate essentially. Like we were friends, but we weren't like close or anything. But they got me that mermaid, and I loved that mermaid. It was very memorable for me. I got it at one of my birthday parties. I had a pretty big birthday party that year, and they had brought me the Mermaid Fantasy Christie. So yeah, that was definitely my favorite gift received. I've also received several from my mom and my dad that I've loved. I've gotten from a birthday present from my mom the purple sparkle fairy from the Fairytopia line. I can't remember I believe it was Fairytopia, yeah. They had a few like lines, like this is Mermaid Fantasy, but it was kind of like a segue into Fairytopia. So number 5, do you still have any dolls from your childhood? Yes, fortunately I do. So this is actually hilarious because, and I do have a video of this opening on my channel if you want to watch it. We found a box that honestly I thought all my dolls were gone from my childhood, but my dad found a box in one of the closets in his house and it had a few dolls in it. And one of them was this Bratz Pixies Brianna. I really loved her as a kid, and this is her little fairy friend here, pixie friend I should say. So she is a childhood doll, and also I believe she's called Dancer. It's like the movie Dancer, something like that. The battery doesn't work, but basically she could go like this on her little stand. She's so pretty, and I love that she had real hair because a lot of the babies that I saw previous, they didn't have the real hair. They had molded on, and then they had like hair plugs that you would like plug in like little ponytails and stuff. So she's a really great doll. Also, this is USB Bratz. This is the blue one. They don't really have names. She's kind of like Sasha though, but she looks like Sasha, but they don't really have names. I don't remember much about the game, if I'm being honest, the online game. I had the USB for the longest time, but I think I ended up donating it. But yeah, she's very pretty. She had a blue little monkey that she came with. I don't think I still have it. And then also the Brat fashion show. I don't remember her name exactly. I have a video talking about her a little bit. I think it's one of my tours. She's a childhood doll of mine, and she's also Canadian exclusive. So those are the ones from my actual childhood, like childhood dolls that, you know, I've played with. Number 6, if you had enough money and availability wasn't a concern, which of your childhood dolls would you buy again and why? Okay, so I'm going to have to say that for sure, I've mentioned before, Barbie Swan Lake Odette, that doll, I would like her back. She was such a pretty doll, and she had like a blue strapless dress, ballet shoes. It was kind of like a ballet, well, there was a ballet theme aspect in that movie, a scene where they dance like ballet. So her dress is kind of like inspired from that. It's a longer dress, but it's kind of inspired as like a ballet dress, and she's like swan themed because if you see the movie, she turns into a swan. She's got a little crown, and she's got these really cool fairy wings that glow, and I remember the power turned off one day and I used it as a flashlight because I needed to find, because I couldn't see, so I used it as a flashlight because they lit up. Anyways, really loved that doll. Also the Fairy Queen. I'm not sure which one I loved more, but I really did like the Fairy Queen. So this was Barbie Teresa as the Fairy Queen, so she was like the Teresa doll. She had a gorgeous, gorgeous dress. She had like this wand, and it came with a really cool necklace that lit up. I believe it lit up. It was just really cute necklace anyways. I had it for a while. I loved the ballet shoe mold they had too. It was kind of just like a ballet flat, really. Number 7, what is a doll you really wanted as a kid but never did end up owning? This doll right here. Either one of them, honestly. Erica's not in her original dress, but Annalise is original everything, except she doesn't have her cat. I believe her shoes are original too, but she doesn't have her cat. So I believe that's the only thing she's missing. She's in great condition. She still sings. Obviously, I ended up buying her as an adult because, like I said, I didn't have her as in my childhood, but I really, really wanted her. My friend and I loved this movie. I still love this movie. I love a lot of songs out of this movie. I still have the movie and the song CD, like the track list, in my little CD collection, movie collection. But I really did love this movie. My friend and I used to play, she had this karaoke machine, and we used to sing karaoke to it all the time. And the songs are just so good. Their dresses, I thought their dresses were really pretty, and like, I just loved princess dolls growing up as well. I had a few of them, like princess-oriented dolls. So Annalise or Erica as well. I'll show Erica too. Now she doesn't have a lot of original stuff, and her legs are a little wonky. I still need to try to fix this. Look at this. She still sings. They both still sing. I would show you, but it's kind of late at night right now, and it's pretty loud. I don't know if that's going to get me flagged. Not flagged, but, you know, copyrighted. That's the word. Erica's missing. I don't want to talk about the necklace because she had it, and I'm still upset about that. It was my fault, but I don't have it anymore, basically. Anyways, they're both so pretty. I really wanted these dolls growing up, and as an adult collector, I came across a good deal eventually and got the two of them for only $30 Canadian, which is a great deal, especially Annalise is in great condition, and she is pretty much complete. So that was a great deal, I'd say, just based on how Annalise is complete. Now Erica isn't, but yeah, she's also a little rarer than Annalise as well. Anyways, so that's the end of this tag. Which doll did I not show? The Barbie Really Rosie doll is actually also a childhood doll, but I rebought her. I repurchased her later as a collector. Actually, last year, I have a video of her unboxing. Really pretty. I believe she's from 2002. I want to say really, really beautiful Barbie. There's 3 of them. I actually have 3. Oh, actually, there's 4 of them in the line because I believe there is a Christy as well, even though they don't actively advertise her. But there is a Christy as well, and I have the 2 others. I have Leah, and I think Teresa is the other one. Yeah, she's so beautiful, and I really did like the roses, and this is very like early 2000s, this outfit too. Anyways, I just thought I'd show her. I believe I've talked about all of them now. This is the childhood doll or toy tag. Like I said, you could use toys as well. You don't have to use dolls. You just replace the word dolls with toys in the questions below. And then I also said earlier, don't feel forced to do this tag. If you don't want to, just make a little video if you want to and tag me in it. Don't feel forced to or anything like that. I just thought it'd be fun to talk about each other's childhood dolls and, like, you know, kind of bask in the nostalgia a little bit. So go ahead and make a video and tag me if you'd like to. You can also reply to the questions in the comments if you want, if you feel like it. Don't feel obligated to write out the full question. Just write like 1, 2, 3, 4, you know what I mean? And then your answer if you want to. Or you could also just whichever question you want to. You could just put like 1 or 3 if you don't want to answer the others. Or you could just not answer anything at all. Just watch the video if you want to. It's totally up to you. Anybody can join and participate in the tag if you want to. You could be totally new to my channel and just see this video. Go ahead and participate if you want to. There is no rules here, really. Like, I just want to hear you talk about your childhood dolls. Let's just have a fun little nostalgic moment together. I think it'll be great. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you are doing well. I know it's tough times lately, but just know that I care about you and I wish you the best. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye.